Yep, and I'll hand over to you, Thomas. Okie dokie. So while we try and sort that out, I will do the intro for today. So hello all, and welcome to episode 10 of the RSF1 podcast. So normally Tomo hosts, but he's got a little bit of a problem at home, personal reasons, which we'll not go into because it's his business. But to at least say he is trying to attend in the podcast, he is talking from his phone. So he is here. And he's trying to talk. And joined with me as well is RSF1 Verstappen, who is new to the podcast. So welcome, Verstappen, to the podcast.
Thank you very much.
And so, Tomo, if you are there, mate, are you there, mate? Included. We'll test it. You know, you got me and Verstappen here to confirm if you can be heard. So yeah, we are absent of Peppermeat, who is unable to make it, and Top Notch, who we've been trying to get a hold of, but we've had no luck. So for the moment, it's just the three of us. Two if we can't seem to get Tomo's audio included. So we'll go over the weekly recap of F2 and F1, well, F2, F1, F4 and F3 in that corresponding order. So, first of all, F2. It was a very, very challenging race, really, because, you know, you're getting to a very difficult track, you know, Mexico. A lot of people like Mexico. Personally, I find it very difficult. So it was a very, very good race. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, there a lot of action going on to the beginning. I'd say the really nice part about that track was really the first section. I really like the first section. The S's, a lot of people seem to struggle on. I remember Easton made a little bet saying, I'll change my name. Well, he made quite a few name bets going on in that. But he made a name bet saying, you know, if RSF on Brundle got too many penalties and get disqualified from penalties, he'd change his name to RSF on Albon. And yeah, he legitimately did that, and scarily enough, Brundle started racking up those penalties. Oh. Sorry to cut in, I have bad news. Your audio is not being clipped in. I've got the stream up now with the audio on, and you're not being... You won't be able to. It's a little bit of a problem we're suffering from, ladies and gentlemen. I did tell you that Tomo was going through it on his phone, and he is talking. We can hear him, but the viewers at home, you can't hear him. So to relay what Tomo's just asked, if any of the viewers know how to include your audio into a stream from the Xbox app on the phone, because obviously you can do it in Party, there's an option to include your audio, but on the phone there is no option. So if anyone has any knowledge on how to do that so Tomo can be heard, Shane said no in the chat, so I think you might be stuck, I'm afraid, mate. Okay. Well, anyway, so let's carry on with F2 from Sunday. So other than Easton making the name bet, just narrowly surviving, Brundle did not get disqualified from penalties. He came close. He needed one more penalty So one more warning,
Lucky
actually,
sod,
at the
wasn't he?
very end. One more warning, and he just managed to get through. So Easton was safe. And, well, again, it was me and Bodder on that day. And I remember it came down to Magic Marks winning the race and getting driver of the day. John Digweed getting second, and man of the cash, formerly known as Josh of Dosh, Revan Kevin, Racing Jason. He got third place. So it was very interesting, but just with how he was driving, Magic Marks, he took home a win and a driver of the day. So it was really good, to be honest. So now we'll move on to F1. So Verstappen. Oh. Yeah, so as Tomo just asked there, if you heard me go quiet, he just interrupted me before we begin F1 saying that the championship in F2, he said, his words, I'm sure the championship was settled on that race, and he was correct. Magic Marks became the first ever F2 champion, and also, because this is our debut season, Magic Marks also became our very first champion of the league. So, it's, as much as people say it's the F2 championship, you got F1 and all that, but he is the first ever champion we've crowned. Doesn't matter of what league you're in, he was the first one to become one. So yeah, the champion did get sorted. I'm pretty sure it's just narrowly there, but the constructors is still on, but it is looking more towards the Racing Point boys of Magic Marks and Shane. So it is looking more possible. Yeah, big shout out to Shane there, Tomo's just said. So yeah, now that we've gone about the F2 championship, Verstappen, first of all, welcome to the podcast. Good to have you on the team. Tell us a little bit of how F1 went.
Well, F1 was quite extraordinary, to be honest, watching it back. Obviously, we were crowned a champion, Unity. Some very quick guys having lots of battles throughout the race. I myself kind of messed up, as usual. Nothing new there. No change now. We had the likes of Dyslexic, Lando, Unity battling near the front, and then the midfield scraps were neck and neck, very closely fought throughout the whole race. It was quite good to watch back. Yes, people in the stream won't hear Tom. He's asking me a question about the moves and defending and battling in the F1 race. Yeah, it was quite good at the front, to be honest. Watching it back, you had Unity, Dyslexic, Lando, a couple of others battling before the pit stops and after the pit stops. It was an entertaining race to watch, I guess, for the spectators.
I did to let people know what Thomas just asked. He asked if I was there to watch the F1 race. I unfortunately wasn't available to watch it on Tuesday, as I recently began my new job, and I just didn't manage to get home in time to watch it, and I think I went to sleep, to be honest, straight away. But from what I've heard, it was a really, really good race, and I know Tomo is itching to ask this question, so I'll ask it for him. How'd the results go for F1 Verstappen?
To be honest, I can't remember them. I'm going to be honest. I think RSF1 Lando got third behind Unity and Dyslexic.
And wasn't there also a settled moment in the championship in F1?
I think I touched on it, saying Unity Hush was crowned champion of F1. No, maybe further back. Yeah, from
So
Silverstone.
to let you guys know what Tomo's just said, the championship's already been pretty much crowned to Unity Hush since like 4 races ago. You know, I mean, like in a way, kind of crowned back like during Silverstone with like how he'd been racing. Unity Hush for all the way through the season, he's just been pulling out spectacular moves. And I think my favourite drive he has shown was Silverstone, actually. 15th to 1st. You cannot write it better than that, because he climbed his way through the grid and won the race. Oh.
Yeah.
And Constructors Champion, sorry, yep, Unity Hush just said that in the chat, by the way, because Peppermeat's not here. I'll be taking over as the chat reader. So we've got Shane, we've got Patronus, Flaming, we've got Camo, you know, a man who's awake for the first practice of the qualifying session and falls asleep in the second and third. Hello all. Mike Ox throbbing. What a name. Scotsman, hello. Ioaks, 16 viewers at the moment, so it's going pretty well.
That's because I'm here, isn't it? That's why.
We've got, yes.
I brought all the people in. That's why. That's why there's so many views.
Camo's just said, "I beg your pardon."
Do you want to answer, Primus? Do you want to answer what Scotsman's put in the chat? What's up with Tomo's mic? He's on his phone in the car, driving like a woman.
Scotsman said, "It sounds like you guys are having a very uncomfortable silence when he speaks." We're just talking to the voices in our head, you know. He said he really likes you, Scotsman.
Oh, God.
CCRL Gunter, hello lads. Oh, hello lads.
Oh, Patronus,
but yeah, to let everyone know though, that Unity Hush, with his driving this season, has settled the constructors as well. So Haas is the first team to be constructors champion in RSF1,
Whoa.
as well as well, really, Unity Hush being the F1 champion. So that has really been it for F1. Yeah. So that's been Unity Hush with the constructors and drivers in Division 1. You know, after that, you know, he could just sit out the rest of the races, but he's a driver. He's going to want to win them all. So now let's go to F4, but we've got a little problem.
Tommy, we can't hear you. Shut up.
Oh, the competition, yeah.
Yes, I thought you were chat man, Primus. Come on, keep up.
I'm listening to a voice in my head, thank you. No one can hear him, but us, Verstappen, you know, we share the same voice in our head. So basically, the competition that you have heard of. So basically, we are going to be inviting a certain amount of drivers in. So to make it fair, obviously, you'll get a handful of practice laps. And the rules are you must not use a setup. So obviously, it's fixed, so everyone will be using the exact same setup. Advantage. So basically, you have a handful of practice laps to do, you know, the best time that you can. 3 practice laps, sorry. 3 practice laps. actually doing your flying lap. Every driver will be given that opportunity. Every week we'll mix it up in drivers because obviously we don't want to give some. Well, we'll decide on it, but everyone in the league gets one opportunity to go around the track, do a few practice laps, and then do their lap. We don't want to keep on having the same people in, otherwise it sort of ruins the fairness of the competition. So, our track that we will be doing every week, except for today, I think, because we're doing America, being the first time that we've introduced this. Is it, Tomo, going to be America just for today, or are we going to stick to our track? So, the voice has spoken. We are going to we are going to be doing our track for the competition in Abu Dhabi.
20 viewers.
20 viewers. Yeah, thank you for the viewers.
That's down to me.
Hush,
you're welcome.
Unity Hush has said something that you're really going to be happy with, Tomo.
Hail
I'm guessing,
King
yeah,
Kent.
and Shane. Yeah. He says thank you.
Shane, he says he loves Scouse people.
Anyways, every driver will be given the opportunity to set a lap around Abu Dhabi. And obviously, this competition will go on to the end of the season to see who is the fastest driver in RSF1. It will be at the end of the podcast and near on the end. So, Okie dokie, Tomo. He's disappearing for a minute.
The voice of reason. Oh, no,
So,
not voice of reason.
Yeah, the voices are gone. I think I'm going sane now. Thank you. Anyways, F4. So I was not actually able to attend F4. I had another work situation. Unfortunately, everything went a little bit wrong when I was working, so I had to stay late, and in turn, I missed the race. So I did see a little bit of it near the end. It was rain, though. It was a dry qualifying session and a wet race through. Tidgosaurus and McCracken, both the Alfa Romeos, were having problems. Obviously, no Red Bull were able to attend, so Alfa Romeo had a perfect opportunity to move up a little bit in points. So the constructors for Alfa Romeo in F4 is starting to go a little bit more their way. The gap is not too big between Red Bull and Alfa Romeo at the moment, but it's quite a handful of points. So even if Alfa Romeo have a bit of a bad day, it probably won't be too much of a hefty blow on them. So, if I remember right, because unfortunately I could not watch it all, it was Quaker Oats. Welcome back, Tommy. It's Quaker Oats, I think, that won in the Haas, with RSF1 Junior in second, and the car in third. Who was the car in third? I think it was a McLaren.
Don't ask me.
Trying to remember. None of the Alphas got in there.
As you can tell, guys, we're very organised. Hey?
That's it. Yep.
I'm not in F4.
Raikkonen, yeah, so yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was Raikkonen, yeah. Sorry, guys, I was talking to the voice in our head. So, yeah, Quaker Oats won the race. Junior came second, so Haas won 2 for the first time, actually, in F4. And also, RSF1 Raikkonen ended up coming in third in McLaren. So it was a very good result. I don't know of a driver today, because, again, I weren't there. Tomo was there, but because, obviously, he can't include his audio, he can't really give us an input on how his race was back then. So Thursday, F3. So I'm not really too aware of what happened in F3 because again, I didn't watch it. Because I've been I've been a very busy boy. I wanted to just go to sleep when I got home. But from what I've heard, it's been another crazy battle in there consisting of Moronics, well, RSF1 Hamilton, then you've got Easton. Bresner's in F3, isn't he, Tomo?
Yeah, Bresner is,
Tomic Bresner? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Tomic Bresner. He's been doing really good lately. You know, he's actually been really, really quick, because I remember his debut in Hungary.
I've got the results for you now, if you want them.
Oh, yes, please.
So Rhombus won, then Bresner second, Easton, my CCRL teammate, doing well in third, Hamilton, crowned champion in fourth, Camo fifth, Stidge sixth, Isobest seventh, DPS Racing eighth, Wobbles ninth, and Duffel got 10th.
So that is the result for F3. And sorry, guys, that we couldn't do too much, but we were kind of hoping Top Notch would be here because, you know, he races in F3. So it would have been helpful to have Top Notch there, but we haven't been able to get a hold of him, and he's not been here. So we just had to ride without him. And Tomo would be here for F4, but sadly, Tomo is having problems because he is away for personal reasons. So that's why he's having to use his phone. So that is the recap of the week done. Try and see if you can get Tomo back in, because this podcast is having a little bit of trouble because we don't really have Top Notch.
The Kentish has returned.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Here we are. He has returned. Yeah, we just done F3. So we got a question in the chat. RSF1 Racing, you're going to play F1. And then Shane said, yeah, let's see Ben do some laps of USA, though.
USA then, okay.
Yeah, we'll be doing a practice lap of USA. Let's do it. Come on, Verstappen, in you get.
Alright, I'm taking my time, God. Are we keeping it on these rules or the other rules?
Evening, Timmer.
Anyone? Primus?
If you lads have any questions? If you lads have any questions in the chat, please ask them. So, Tomo, we have just gone through the weekly recap, and now for the practice lap of America. Obviously, Verstappen, it's ready when you ready up, mate.
Okay. You're not Verstappen.
Why don't you find a field, Tomo, and like sort of draw the USA circuit in the mud and then sort of drive on that line?
Bloody hell.
No, literally just find like a gate opening to a field, just go in there, find something big, and then just like
come on, children,
carve the track.
God, these rookies, bloody hell. Well, that's the idea.
Yeah, so Tomo has said, let's talk about RSF1 and the work that's being done in the background. As you know, I will be taking pauses because obviously I'm trying to relay what Tomo is saying to you guys.
20
viewers. Any questions in the stream, everyone?
Just can you tell them I have got a fixed setup, guys? I cannot change anything. So if I spin out, then that's my reasoning. I can't change anything on my setup.
I wonder why we've got 2 Verstappens.
No, but literally, it's on fixed. Right, I'll go on the hards first.
Here we are. So as soon as Verstappen's ready. Oh, we've got the bloody sound glitch. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, RSFE. Man with the cash, I'll explain to you what's going on. First of all, sound glitch, so that's bloody perfect. So basically, Peppermeat is not able to come. We've been trying to contact Top Notch, who is another member of our podcast. He has not been able to attend. Tomo has had a emergency, so he is not able to go onto the Xbox to talk. And he is trying to still be here by using the app on his phone, but the problem is the app doesn't allow you to have any sort of interaction in terms of the stream. So he is still here, but he just can't. You just can't hear him. So it's only me and Verstappen that can really talk at the moment. So you can tell this podcast is going absolutely well.
This fixed setup is horrible. Well, to be honest, you didn't explain it at the start of the stream, so... No.
So basically, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to do practice on this track, in your free time, obviously it's open, do you want. But when it's competition time, when you're in the lobby, it's fixed setups. So, you will be using the balanced preset made setup. So, RSF1 Racing, why are you spectating? Because obviously, if Verstappen's showing us some practice laps around the track, I cannot be racing because obviously, I can't talk to you. I'll be spending too much time concentrating on the track, trying to maintain the stream, read your questions, and drive. That's a bit of a difficulty, if I may say so. So obviously we'll be leaving it to Verstappen to give you the preview, sort of the American Grand Prix circuit. And I do have to admit, this bit you went down. Yeah, I was about to say that section of the track in real life has had a little bit of problems. Sebastian Vettel's suspensions just breaking on that bit, and you just had a spin. So that's perfect.
Well, I did warn people with a 6.60, it's a bit impossible.
Yeah, so obviously next week is going to be the American Grand Prix, and that's actually going to be tomorrow at 8 o'clock at night, 8 p.m. UK time, with myself and Bodder. So we're looking forward to that. But anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand. We've got to talk about the league and the work that's being done in the background, with the lads in the committee. You've got your division heads and vice division heads. We've got a load of people doing their absolute best to keep everything going nice and smoothly. So obviously I will be relaying what he's saying. I'll be relaying what he's saying to Tomo. So Tomo, what do you feel, you're the one who brought this up just a moment ago, about the work on the league and everything in the background? How do you feel? Everything's been going and, still going on through to season 2. So Tomo has said that it's been a really great season. Had some really good work from everyone in the committee, the division heads and vice versa, etc., etc. And also he wants to give a massive congratulations and shout out to the 3 champions. Should we tell him about the 3rd champion, Tomo?
It's up to you.
Yeah, we've gone over Unity Hush and we've gone over Magic Marks, but we haven't gone over the 3rd. Right. So, to give the man some credit for an amazing drive, because we were going to leave it a little, we were going to leave it a little surprise, but our 3rd champion in RSF1 is RSF1 Hamilton, or as we know him as Moronix. So Moronix is the F3 world champion in RSF1. So that leaves the only division that has not got a champion yet is F4. Yeah, it's a 5-way battle in the championship between Tidgosaurus, McCracken, myself, RSF1 Raikkonen, and Alco Saints. So it is definitely... yeah, Timmer, you're in there, mate. You're sort of hovering about there, mate. So you're doing pretty well in the championship as well. Anyway, so that's a shout out to our 3 champions, and there's also going to be a special announcement coming up soon in the next episodes coming up about something regarding the second season. Because as you know, everyone, we're not going to be a one season wonder sort of thing. We are going to be doing more than one. Our second season is already being planned, and it's being it's been brought up. It's been really, really good this season with how much work and effort's been put into it. The website, people are looking after the website, making sure the steward reports, the standings that are being updated. People managing the league, so all the committee members, such as, and I'll say them all name by name, is Rebster, Junior, Shane, Bodder, Porter, and also you have DP Roberts, also known as RSF1 Schumacher, but sadly no longer a part, is 4. BVB 4, RSF1 4. Is taking some time away. So when I heard about that, I was actually quite... I was very sad to hear that 4 has gone away for a while. So we hope you're okay, 4, and maybe someday we might see you come back. But until then, mate, be safe, take care, and thank you for all the hard work that you have put into the league. And also, we got a quick question from P Money Gaming 123. How do I join the racing league? So, if you see in our chat, we have a bot that posts up links. So, if you want to apply for RSF1, go to www.rsf Racing Series F1.com. .wix site. It's in there. It's in there.
Someone in the
you'll
chat
see
will
it.
do it.
Just someone in the chat will do it. You'll have some help in there. But P Money, if you want to join the league, you just apply through our website. And obviously, considering we're nearly end of the first season, if you do join in, you'll be reserved for the time being until we do the driver draw. But yeah, again, back onto people running. So Roberts, aka Schumacher, he is actually the chief division head. So he has been running the show lately with all 4 divisions. That's very, very supportive there, Tomo. I'm guessing you lot can already guess what he was doing. It's like, yay, in the background. So he has been doing some really stellar work over the season of looking after all 4 divisions. And also we have to give our shout outs to the division heads and the vice division heads.
Don't talk about Camo like that.
Tomo's been giving you a special shout out there, Camo.
What, Tosspot?
I can't exactly... It's special in a way. But yeah, all the division heads, vice division heads, and the chief division head, all of you, if you are listening or watching, if you're watching this live or watching this back, you have been doing stellar work. Well done to you all. I think it is just really great to see how well this league has developed as a whole since it began. Everyone was very confident how this league would turn out, and it's actually been very well organised. A load of people have complimented, saying that RSF1 has probably been the most organised and the fairest league that they've been in so far. A handful of people have said that. Obviously, not a lot of people have given their input because a load of people have joined in quite late to the party. So yeah, but we have a load of different drivers. We actually had quite a lot of people from other leagues, WOR. Yeah, we'll get some third-party views put in. So everyone in chat, please give us your opinion of how you feel this season has been so far. In your opinion, as a driver or the whole league as a whole. But Verstappen, we'll do you first. How do you feel the season's been? I know you weren't here for the whole entirety, but since you were here and then came back.
One word, I'll sum it up for me. Unlucky.
Elaborate.
Listen, shut it, Kentish. Carry on driving like a tart. Well, I knew this league was. I am driving, you tit. Yeah, real drive. I can drive. Shut up. Old people, Jesus. Right, back to you, Primus. Yeah, I was going to say, rudely interrupted by the Kentish. Yeah, I knew this league was going to be good to a certain level, but didn't think it'd be this good. It's excelled my expectations, so I'm quite pleased.
Yeah, it's been really, really good. And also, shout out to all the drivers and reserves. Everyone has had an amazing opportunity to drive and race in the league. I know, obviously, we've got the boys upstairs in the committee, we've got the division heads and all that, but also it's the drivers that help make the league, entertaining in the races. So you got all the hard work backstage, but then on the stage, all the drivers that are pushing hard. Oh, we got Scotsman. It's the best thing that's happened to me for the F1 series. Brought life back to it. I'm looking forward to next season, so can start getting points from the start. Laughing emoji.
Primus, before you carry on, I'm just going to set up the competition lobby whilst you're carrying on.
Okie dokie. So, Tomo, do you want to relay the? Do you want to relay the entry requirement to me?
Alpha and Williams.
So to go over that quickly before Tomo continues, our track that we'll always be doing a competition on is always Abu Dhabi. The performance will be on equal, and the 4 cars that will be used is Alfa Romeo, Toro Rosso, Williams, and Racing Point. Continue, Tomo.
Fixed setup.
So basically, as Tomo just said, assists will be however you do it, but the setup will always remain fixed, as you heard Verstappen there say while he was talking. And then the fastest drivers will be pointed out, and at the end of the competition, there may be a trophy. So, the fastest driver will be getting a reward. Yeah, no pressure to anyone, no pressure. And Unity Hush is putting an emoji, sort of like the thinking state, just sort of like, so I have a feeling he's going to be trying to gun for that. So Tomo has asked, is all 3 of the champions in chat? So currently we've got one of them, it's Unity Hush. So does anyone know if Magic Marks or RSF1 Hamilton is about? So so the requirements are, guys, every week we'll be having 4 drivers: an F1 driver, which will be which has already been chosen, an F1 driver, an F2 driver, an F3, and an F4. So only 4 drivers can actually enter into the competition at a time. Everyone would get given the opportunity, but yeah, 4. Oh yeah, 2 cars, 8 drivers. Sorry, that's my bad. So 2 F1, 2 F2, 2 F3, 2 F4. So because obviously Toro Rosso, Williams, Alfa Romeo, and Racing Point will be the only cars available. Hamilton is online.
So we basically need one F1, two F2, two F3, two F4.
No.
Well, then that's 9. Yes. Oh, God.
Yep.
Maths isn't your strong point.
The voice in our head's getting a bit confused with his voices.
Obviously, the Kentish education didn't help him in maths.
So basically, we will be inviting Unity Hush. We was hoping to have the 3 champions race tonight, or enter in. Scotsman said, do you need to put your name down for the comp, or are they pre-selected each week? You're
First come, first
You're
serves.
more than welcome to enter in tonight, Scotsman. First come, first serve.
The competition's every podcast
is always
day.
on Saturday. Every podcast day, as Verstappen just said. CCRL Gunter, he'll do it. So get on in here, mate. F2, so that's one F2 driver.
Join off my... well, you can see what my profile
I need an invite to your lobby.
Oh, yeah, that would help.
To get the streaming, and I'm just staring at Lewis Hamilton and Vettel. They're just having a stare off of me. The main menu. Ah, there he is, Moronix.
Well,
he has been summoned. Yeah, Moronix, you're in. If you're available for it, mate, would you like to enter in our competition? You literally, Scotsman, just find RSF1 Verstappen on your friends list.
It'll be there in the lobby. That's when
join through him. We are saying no, only 2 F4, 2 F3, 2 F2, and 2
we've got
F1
the F1
drivers. That's the normal. We've got the F1 drivers sorted already, which is Verstappen and Unity Hush. The F2 guys, we've got.
Well, it's
Shane, get on in here.
It's the first F2, 2 F2, 2 F3, 2 F4 that get in the lobby.
So it'll be
and we'll go from there.
CCRL Gunter, who is also well, yeah. So that's Shane and Gunter. F4 is Scotsman. F3 we've got Moronix. So we just need one F4 and one F3. Come on, let's get another F4 driver in here. Man with the cash. I'll come lol on wheel though.
Yeah, he's just recently gone onto a wheel. Yeah, come in, who cares? Have a go.
Oh, Easton. We'll get Easton in.
Scouse is in.
So man with the cash, you've been beaten to it. Man with the cash, you've been beaten to it. Well, man with the cash, you've been Easton, get yourself in here. So F3's been sorted of AMS Easton and RSF1 Moronix, aka Hamilton.
Primus, answer that.
So Toro Rosso, Williams, Alfa Romeo, and Racing Point. As long as you pick one of them, it does not matter. So it doesn't. So if you wanted to be in a Williams with Verstappen, you can. Considering you're a Racing Point driver, Shane, you could be in Racing Point. There you go. There's Easton. So now we just need Scotsman and Moronix. We still need one more F4 driver though. Timmy, are you still there, mate? Timmy?
Where's Unity?
Yeah, Unity Hush. Come on, the F1 champion. You've got to make your time shine, mate.
He's shining away.
Are you? You can't be slacking. You can't be slacking now. There he is.
So don't bottle it now.
Don't bottle it now. You may have won the championship.
Yes,
still
Unity.
Something up for grabs.
Williams. Oh god.
There you go. Easton, feel free to pick any car you want.
There's a Racing Point. Alpha.
Unfortunately, Ioaks, you have been beaten to it. But if you want to put your name down for next week, like the man with the cash, you can do. So when we do this next week, you will get in.
Who are they messaging for that? You? On Discord?
There's 3 F1 drivers in here.
3?
Is there?
No.
No, Easton and Hamilton, that's 2. Shane and Azza are F2.
Yeah, so we need F4.
Yeah, we just need an F4 driver in here.
Where are the F4 drivers? Come on.
Well, Scotsman's one of them.
He's not in yet. Come on.
No,
Chop.
Hamilton, not Haas. Hamilton, not Haas.
You obviously didn't listen. We've got 3 F2 now.
Verstappen, Azza. I swear Azza's F2. He's F2 reserve. He is in F2. Man with the cash.
Yeah, I don't think Az is in this one. You'll have to go next week's or whoever was.
Azza is F2. It's been confirmed. He is definitely F2. So Azza
Shane's
did get
left.
him.
Shane's
He's one of
left.
the first few people. Shane has
That's
left.
fine.
All right. So man with the cash can stay. Shane can go for next week. So man with the cash can stay. Easton, Hamilton, you're not allowed in a Haas, mate. It's Toro Rosso or Racing Point for you, mate. It's only fair. Gunter,
Where are these
you
F4
can
drivers?
stay where you are. Scotsman needs an invite.
Doesn't need an invite. Just type in my gamer tag.
Can anyone contact any F4 drivers that are willing to hop in? Oh, I'm just trying to get Verstappen to join. Scotsman just said, literally just type in RSF1 Verstappen into your find players, and you should be able to join through that, mate. Or look up. Actually, no, you're not in the lobby, Tomo. That is true. If you go onto the party, if you go to Tomo's, Scotsman, if you look for Tomo, so RSF1 Alonso, you can have the ability to look into the party. You can't join it, but you can look into it, and then you can try and join through me or Verstappen. We got one more F4 driver, and then we can begin, because Scotsman is trying. We've got 2 F2, 2 F1, and 2 F3. We just got 1 F4. So if anyone can tell Hamilton to get out of the Haas and get into a Racing Point or a Toro Rosso, if we can't get a second F4 driver soon, we'll just have to roll with the one.
Yeah.
Oh, Tomo's getting close. So if Scotsman doesn't get,
Scotsman
Scotsman gets in. There he is.
If you had me
Scotsman's
as a
in.
friend, yeah, there you go. Right, we need one more F4.
That'll probably be Tomo. He's 5 minutes away from home. The voice will become reality.
Well, we're gonna wait 5 minutes. Oh, people will get bored.
People could get bored. If any F4 drivers want to get in before Tomo gets home, first come, first served. You have the ability to while the time is nigh.
Ron, but I'm
Route
basically
915,
F4.
you are not F4.
You're more F1, mate.
Route 915.
Literally anyone, find an F4 driver that's on.
Any F4, come on. The opportunity is open. 26 viewers, by the way. 26 viewers, so thank you for the 26 viewers. I know it's really just been us sort of having technical difficulties all the time, but this is not a normal problem. We're normally much better than this, but unfortunately we are missing 2 of our members, and Tomo was having a bit of problems, but he's now managing to get back home, so he might be able to get back in just near on the end. So yeah, you have really been dealing with me and Verstappen.
I think we'll just go with the one F4, just for today. And then you'll have to...
So yeah, Tomo
we'll have to wait
is
30
looking
seconds.
like he will be... So you're probably going to be trying to jump for this trophy, Tomo. Yeah, you want that trophy.
Right, Primus, whilst we're waiting for Tomo, explain if everyone's in the chat that's in the lobby. Like, break it down what's actually happening. Because I think people joined after you said it.
Right, so if all of you lot that in the lobby ready, the competition is simple. Your assists can be whatever you're comfortable with, what you normally use, but your setup is always the same. You get 3 practice laps They will be monitored. They will be counted. Your 4th lap will be your flying lap. So no matter if your flying lap was good or if it was bad, your flying lap is your lap. You cannot make a mistake on it. If you do, unfortunately, it is your lap. And it's like, other people that does it. Unity Hush, give us a wave, Primus. I'm waving right now, although now my family are looking at me like I've got some sort of problem in my head. Right. So yeah, the rules are simple. Are you allowed to pit for fresh tyres for your 4th lap? Asked by Unity Hush. No. You must do 4 laps on 1 set of tyres. So pick wisely.
Primus will be watching out for you cheating.
Yeah, it is most likely going to be softs. Obviously, if you do it on hards or mediums, you are just generally going to make your times slower. That is just... Unity Hush, this is rigged. What WTF? Well, mate, you're the champion. We got to give people. You got to give you a handicap so people can actually win, mate. So everyone, you're allowed 3 practice laps, and your 4th lap will be your lap. Even if you invalidate one of your practice laps, it counts. So make sure you get your practice in, Abu Dhabi. And then, as we said, at the end of the season,
we'll be
picking out...
What if you run out of fuel? Well, make sure you've got enough fuel, and if you haven't got enough fuel, then that's you done.
Yeah, if you run out of fuel, that's a good point. Yeah, out of fuel, you're out. As simple as that. It may sound harsh. Yeah. Tomo is going to be joining us now. Make sure you invite Tomo to the party for Verstappen when he does. We are actually going to be able to hear Tomo, so everyone's going to be happy.
Hashtag Kent in the chat.
So, anyways, as I was saying, a handful of drivers the fastest driver will be crowned at the end of the season. So, we'll have all 4 of the divisions all set and done after Abu Dhabi. Well, actually, no. F1 on France, F4 on Monaco. Keep an eye out for that, ladies and gents. Yeah, that is pretty much it. So, assists, whatever you want. Fixed setup. 1 set of tyres. If you run out of fuel, tough luck. That is just how it goes. If you underfuel your car, then I'm sorry, that's only your fault. So Alonso will be our 4th and final. So at the end of this competition, the fastest driver in RSF1 will be given a crown. Well, trophy. There he is.
Kentish.
The voice has become reality.
Kentish is here.
Reality. He loves it when people...
Go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but I've finally got here after dealing with a personal matter. I do apologise. Thank you very much for bearing up with us. So... I'm here and I'm about to join in. What car am I jumping into?
Unity Hush, shut up you. Put Primus in F2, had enough of his attitude, he's too nice.
Shut up you, you know what I mean? Stop whinging like a wuss. Stop whinging like a wuss, you know what I mean? You just won the championship, what more do you want, eh? Oh, blimey.
Shane just said OFFS, I'm going now, after you joined, Tomo.
Oi, you stay where you are, you know what I mean? You got to stay for the rest of the session, don't be such a wuss, you know what I mean? Unbelievable, typical.
Can't cope with that Kentish accent, Shane says.
Is that what he said? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't believe he's just said that. That is racism. That is unbelievable.
Wait, how is that racist?
That's racist. I'm not from Kent, but he's saying he can't handle it.
That's countyism.
You know what I mean? That's countyism. Yeah.
That's countyism.
That's countyism, yeah.
Primus, ask people if they've got any questions about it, and then you can answer them because you're the chat man about this competition.
So,
they're unsure.
If any of you lot that are currently attending, except for Tomo, have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I'm actually in now.
We are in now. So we've got 2 Alphas, 2 Williams, 2 Toro Rosso, 2 Racing Point.
It's a 30-minute practice because obviously we're cutting this a bit shorter than usual.
No, it doesn't matter when you go out at all. Just you just need to be aware of everybody around you.
Well, 30 minutes is enough for everyone to do 4 laps.
So everyone, it doesn't matter when you do your 3 laps, you just need to make sure that you do, 4 laps, you do your 3 practice laps, and then your 4th and final lap is your actual lap. If you invalidate it, I'm sorry. That is it.
On the
Invalidated
all joking aside, though, guys, can I just say from the bottom of my heart and all that sort of stuff, thank you so much for all the viewers tonight. It's been an absolute blast. It was.
We topped out 26.
I mean, we didn't know if it was going to be a bit of a success. We've had to try. We've taken a bit of feedback from the committee. We know that obviously you guys have come up to us and obviously wanted to change things. We've tried to change it up. So I hope that we've listened to you and obviously tried to do some bits and pieces. I know we've had a few technical situations tonight, but like I said, from the bottom of my heart and obviously on behalf of Verstappen and obviously Privacy have done a brilliant job tonight with just two of them, even with me in their ear roll. Thank you again. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
No problem. Right.
No problem, mate.
It only does it for 10.5 laps of fuel, though, guys.
I'm just going to say now, and this is only fair, if you pit on your practice laps, I'd say that's it.
Yeah, if you pit,
you have to make sure you've got enough
three
fuel.
practice laps, one flying lap.
I'd pick.
You can't. You know what I mean, so
It's got 10.5 laps of fuel loading, guys, so that's plenty to do 4 laps. So use your fuel wisely.
If you waste your fuel, that is it. If you pit at all, you have to stay on the same set of tyres the whole way. If you pit at all, that's it.
Catch them out.
Game over.
If they're cheap. Make sure you're right. Oh yeah, have you told them about what to do with the times as well? Because obviously you're not going to show the times on the screen.
Yep. So at the end of this session, guys, because obviously I'm now going to turn off the timing board, so now you cannot see anything, and I can't either. If you send your fastest time through to RSF1 Alonso or to Top Notch. Because Top Notch is currently not here, I don't think he's aware of this, so I'd say just for today, for the guys that have done their times today, please contact RSF1 Tomo on Discord, or as you know, RSF1 Alonso. Contact him on Discord, send him your times, and he will make note of it, so then we can keep track of who has been the fastest driver so far.
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And just to let everybody know, obviously I will mention it in Discord on Sunday morning, or you can hold fire until next week, where I will announce the times for all the drivers, and then we'll see who can actually do it. So we'll come to that
Just to
anyway.
let people know, doing this, if they're a bit confused, the out lap doesn't count as lap 1.
No.
No,
The
it does
moment
not, no.
you finish your
It
out
does
lap,
not. No, it's just get your out
that
lap sorted,
begins.
and then and then your 3 laps begin with your flying lap. So
Easton says cannot change fuel. Lol. Okay then, so you just have to make that fuel last.
Yeah, you can. It starts at 10.5 laps, so use it wisely.
If you want to burn as much fuel as you can do that if you want, but it's
I've
not
been
really
in Rich
recommended because you
the
know.
whole time.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't have max mode in qualifying. So in the meantime, while the lads are doing their laps, please, if you have any questions for me, for Verstappen, now for Tomo, who's now just managed to join, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Remember, you do 3 laps. You're on the same compound of tyres, so as I can see, Verstappen's on the softs. So now he's began his 4 laps. So you do 3 practice, even if they're valid, invalid, and then you've got your final. Unity Hush coming back was at the toilet. So you're dropping your kids off at the pool to try and get some weight reduction. That's a disqualification for me there.
yeah, that's a blatant disqualification.
That's giving you an advantage.
No,
So,
hey. Just when you need that extra aerodynamic. You know what I mean?
The lighter chassis.
Scotsman, I've just went out on the wrong tyres. Can I put it back? Put back in?
Yes, you can because
Yeah, because you're on the wrong tyre.
But when you come out, that out lap will be your first lap. That is it.
So basically, Scotsman, if you haven't done a full lap yet, pit now. Put your new tyres on, but that means you'll have lost 1 practice lap.
That's a punishment.
So in a way, it penalises you for putting on the wrong tyre. Only fair. Unity Hush going shh.
Oh, I don't know. What's happening now?
It's because I think we told him about him, dropping off the kids at the pool to make him faster. So let's have the lads go. Scotsman, it's harsh, but it's only fair. If you've put the wrong tyre on, and you haven't started your first practice lap, you can pit, but you will have lost one practice lap as a punishment for putting on the wrong tyre.
Obviously,
Punishment,
guys,
penalty,
go on.
However to put it, it is the sort of a penalty for making a mistake. So be on it.
Yeah, obviously we've done this off the top of our heads for this, but obviously, hopefully, either Primus or Alonso can, after this stream, can have set rules and break it down in the Discord chat on announcements.
It will be put on all of the social media we have available. So currently at the moment, Discord and Twitter.
Yeah, just a breakdown of what it is.
If you lads want to enter, please make sure you check. So everything's going good so far. I say right now everyone's doing a cracking job. Obviously, other than Scott, who's put on the wrong tyre. I have to say it's very weird for me looking at people racing on a podcast day, but then again, it's a brand new competition.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can catch another car. There we go. Let's look at now for a Mayo for the bit.
Yeah, I'll just let you know I'm going to be the first one to do the flying lap, so no pressure on me. This is my last practice lap I'm doing now.
There we are. So people are having a little bit of fun in the chat.
Primus, are you able to put the amount of laps with the same tyre without the actual times coming up, or is that not?
I've literally got everything off. I can't see anything.
That's better. I can actually hear you now. I just don't know what happened.
Oh,
okay. Send it fast. So we've got some nice times coming through at the moment, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some good times coming through at the moment. Obviously,
Man
we're
with the
going to
cash
say
is
who's
on the
fastest.
wrong set of tyres.
Hey, Racing Jason's made a mistake.
Well, if he wants to do on whatever tyres he's chosen, then.
Oh, fair enough. If you want to do it on the mediums, then fair enough. If you do it in the mediums, you're more than welcome to. So, fair enough.
Yeah, so apologies for the silence, everyone. I'm just sort of
Yeah, so anyway,
all the cars whistling
any
by.
questions we got on the stream? Any questions at the moment there, Mr. Primus?
I'm about to do my
Chat
lap.
has died on my phone.
The chat has died on your phone. That's not really good, is it?
The Twitch app is playing up on my phone.
Okay, well,
But from what I can see on the Xbox, from what I'm posting, I can still see we are running. So it's all going good. If you guys want to see the announcement made on Discord, obviously it will be made possibly in the announcement. If not, it'll be in the members lounge. And also, if you want to see the announcement of the competition on Twitter, it's at Racing Series F1. And also, I just have to say, shout out to a couple of people for their family who they have raced for really hard in their seasons. First of all, Unity Hush. He was racing for his auntie, so we are sending like our hopes and support to Unity Hush's auntie, as well as Magic Marks.
Also to you as well, Primus. For your the party dad. God bless him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bless his soul. I know for a fact I'm not going to win the championship, but I've met my quota for my first ever season in league racing, and I had my dad supporting me for the first half of my season until he tragically passed away, and then after that I was sort of racing in his honour. So in a way, it's almost like my dad's been racing with us the whole time. And for Caroline, who is Magic Mark's family, she has been very unwell. She's actually undergone surgery, so we hope that she has made a swift recovery as well. So everyone, you have been racing for someone, and it is really satisfying when you're racing for family, for friend. To some people, it's just like, why? It's league racing. It's a video game. Why you get? It's like, hang on. It's like, if people care about other things like football or anything like that, we are a passionate F1 league. If we weren't passionate, then this league wouldn't be here.
I'm annoyed because I cocked up on my flying lap.
Unfortunately, mate, that happens. So,
I mean, I did a lap, but very dodgy.
So, anyways, we are a proper committed F1 league. So, like it or not, that's what we are, and that's who we are, and we're not going to change that. We are.
Right, well, I've done my laps now, ladies and gentlemen. I have done my laps. I've set my fastest time. I'm done.
There we are. So that's Tomo and Verstappen done, from what I can see. Obviously, I can't see anyone else's laps, so it's just a matter of really guessing.
I'll just quickly run around to the pits. So we'll be cracking into that so we can get back and get out of the way.
Actually, Tomo, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Obviously, considering you couldn't really have a say in it earlier, how do you feel this season's been so far? The boys working hard in the background. This league as a whole in its first season, how do you feel it's been so far, mate?
I've been pretty much with this league from when it was formed. Obviously I had a few couple of announcements. Obviously the guys got me involved with some of the things that happened in the background. It was all about, wait, what are you doing now? What are you doing now? There's no need for that. That's a disqualification right there.
You were going slow. Right,
yeah, because I was going to the pits. All joking aside, the league has done absolutely fantastically. It's when we first started, there was talk about doing 3 tiers, but the amount of drivers that we managed to get in, it went to 4. But the guys in the backgrounds, I mean, obviously, just to name a few, like, Shane, as much as me and Shane have a lot of banter, we take the mick out of each other. I've got to give him credit where credit is due, even though he's not technical savvy. I mean, he's got as much technical ability as my little finger. But the amount of work he's actually done. I've got a question for Tom. How many trophies is he buying? Well, am I actually buying 1 trophy for the actual competition winner? Actually, Shane, how many trophies are you buying for the actual champions? How much money are you guys putting into it? See. But anyway, but no. All joking aside, Shane has done a fantastic job. Junior's done a brilliant job. Rebson's done a brilliant job. Bonner's done an amazing job with all the technical. Again, mentioned before, he did an amazing job. Did a lot of work in the background and all that stuff. And it was just, sorry to see him go. That's that. But yeah, for me, I got my first podium in RSF1 in Spain. It was a bit of a shame that I couldn't compete in F3, but I got moved down to F4, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Shut up, you. You know what I mean? Because you keep bottling it in and qualifying, and you can't do the race.
Shut up.
So yeah, it has been blood, sweat, and tears, and it has been. Okay, nice. So yeah, it's been a very interesting league, I have
Conclusion.
to say. Yeah, it's been really good. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope next season will be just as good or even better. But there is something I want to mention, okay? And I want this to go out. The reason why we've moved this to Saturdays, guys, the podcast, is because we want the podcast to continue on, and we need your help to do it. So the more viewers we get in, If there's anything that you think that we could do to actually move the podcast further, let us know. Bring your ideas to the table. There's no idea we will
feedback
turn
as
away.
well.
Can I just interrupt?
Yeah, go for it.
F1 Azza, you've done 5 laps, so when you've done the session, make sure on the race director on your laps to send in your 4th lap time, not your 5th.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Any more laps than 4 will not be included. So
that is very true. I've already
if you're
one
caught lying,
yep, I've already
then
received one
naughty.
quick slap already, so don't worry about that. But yeah, no, I hope next season will be just as good or even better than like this season. But this season's been absolutely fantastic. So congratulations to everybody involved, and congratulations to our champions. Congratulations to all the drivers, and it's been awesome. It has been good, and I hope next season we will still be here doing the podcast for all you guys. So because we've got our Christmas podcast coming up, haven't we, boys? You know what I mean? That's going to be good.
Oh yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. We also got, hopefully, once we find out what's happening with next season, we'll be able to announce that. We'll also be having our very own Champions podcast. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as F4 is concluded, we will have all 4 champions in the podcast, where you'll be able to ask anybody anything to them. It is purely their podcast. We will be in the background, obviously talking to them and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. Send it to me on Discord, please, Easton.
I've
if
got
you
all
don't
the
mind,
times
please.
anyway. I've got all the
Yep.
screenshots. Don't worry.
Okay, no worries. So all the times, so basically, but yeah, I'm very, very pleased, and I have to say, the fact that we've had 26 viewers tonight has been absolutely fantastic. So well done, guys. Thank you very much.
Everyone can leave now. Thanks for joining.
Yes. So anyway, I think has everybody done their laps now?
Everyone, I've got
Ben?
everyone's 4th lap time, so all good.
Excellent. Well, I think that brings our podcast to an end. But there's just one more thing I want to say. Obviously, just quickly mush out. So, thank you everybody and I know we've been a bit technical, so we've only had 2 people pretty much most of the time. So well done to you guys for tonight. Fantastic work. Thank you very much to everybody that actually joined us on the stream and watched our podcast and threw in some comments. And obviously the guys who took part in our competition tonight. Hopefully, you know what I mean, whichever times we've got, we see who's going to be the winner at the end of our podcast. It's going to be great. Next race obviously is tomorrow. As we all know, we're in America. Obviously, the Great USA Track. We'll be obviously on stream at 8 o'clock on Sunday with good old Primus and obviously Bodder. And then on Tuesday we've got F1. I don't know who's actually streaming that or podcasting, commentating on that one, unfortunately. But as you say, F1, F2 and F3 have pretty much all signed up. However, Wednesday will be the one that everybody's need to be keeping an eye on. We've got a 5-way battle for the championship for F4. So that we're going to USA. Who's going to take the extra mile? Who's going to do it? Will Primus be able to get him back in? Will Raikkonen be able to get another podium? We don't know. So obviously it'll be interesting to see that one. And of course F3. I think there's just a couple of little things to sort out, which is constructors, and that will be on Thursday. And I think it will be Unity and Webster on that one. But from myself, from Verstappen and from Primus, we'd like to say thank you very much for tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next Saturday at 7:30, same place, same time. Thank you very much, guys.
See you guys.
And again, as Thomas said, thank you for your patience, and we will see you next time.